Hello guys. Very rarely I have time to, to do some hacking projects, and today I had some spare time, and I grabbed this HP Thin Client. It's T5325 HP Thin Client. Basically, it's a tiny client machine, which basically allows you to use web browser or RDP into other computers. It comes with a DVI connector, two back USB ports, two front USB ports, Ethernet connector, jack, and microphone in and audio out. It's quite old machine, and it's with 1.2 ARM CPU. We cannot expect too much stuff from it, and I got it from Carwood sale for just couple quid. So I wanted to do some project with it because I had a bit spare time, and I'm planning to take it apart and strip it down and see if I can convert it to Debian desktop or server. I need some small PC, low profile PC, which can run on the side without bothering too much, and whenever I need something I can request from it. It cannot be used as a desktop machine because, like I said, it's really slow performance machine. It comes with just 1.2 gigahertz CPU, and also has no place for hard drive to store data, as well as its internal memory. I believe it's half gigabyte or something. So it won't be powerful enough to run any proper desktop oriented operating system. So for me, it's ideal project base. So let's take it apart and see how it's inside and what we can do with it. So this is how it looks like inside. Nothing too fancy. CPU and the GPU, both of them are passively cooled. There's no fans inside. It works on standard 12 volts. It requires around 3 amps. Interesting thing about it is that it has a SATA interface pinouts on the motherboard, but the SATA connector, it's not soldered. So I'm planning to get hard drive attached straight to these connectors and see if we can install some Linux operating system on it. So also this device doesn't have a standard boot manager, so it comes with a uBoot boot manager, which is quite different than the standard one. It runs some modification of some modified version of Debian as a HP Thin Pro client. I'm pretty sure that you have already seen a couple of videos of the internal operating system. It's not helpful for me, the internal operating system, because it's extremely limited. It has just a browser and some Citrix software and remote desktop connection application. Like I said, it's hard to use as a desktop machine, so browser is not useful, especially for 7-8 years old machine. Browser most likely will not support proper flash, and proper JavaScript, so we cannot use it either. That's why we are planning to do some interesting hacking with it. So let's take out the motherboard, and I have to gain access so we can munch in and see what we can see out of it as interface. Okay guys, so what we've done is we stripped it down, and we soldered this serial cable to the serial connection. We won't use G-tag, we will use serial connection, as this device has uBoot interface for booting, and we can try to access it through this serial connection. And what we use on the other side is this USB to serial adapter, so we can connect it to our Linux box. So the pinout for how to solder it will be on the website, so you can have a look over there. Another thing which we will do is we will attach a hard drive straight to the SATA interface over here on the motherboard, and with this interface soldered over here, we will able to access the hard drive hopefully. And when we are installing the distribution, Debian distribution, then we should be able to set up our hard drive that time as well. Let's solder this one now over here and prepare our hard drive. So on this motherboard, to be able to attach SATA interface, we need to solder first a couple decoupling capacitors over here, which are not installed by the engineers, because obviously they didn't use this port. So we have two capacitors which we need on one side and two on the other side. So C82, C83, and C80 and C81. So they should be standard SATA filtering capacitors. So what we will do is we will pull them from this old damaged hard drive. So we will take out the PCB board and try to pull them from there. The ones which we're interested in are these ones. So basically straight on the SATA connector side. Okay, so we have soldered the SATA connector over here with the 5-volt power adapter. So the way how we prepared it is only for 2.5-inch small hard drive, laptop hard drives, because we are not providing 12 volts, we provide only 5 volts. To check the status of it, we will use this logic board, where we can measure if it provides all of the necessary voltages. So because there is no motor attached to it, so it will not withdraw 12 volts power. Even if it does, we don't have it attached. We just want to see if voltage is applied. So let's apply power and see. Okay, there it is. Turn it on. Let's measure it. So we have our 5-volt line active to power up the drive. Okay, which is cool. Now we can attach a normal drive and see how it is going. So we just need to shut down the HP Pro operating system, which fired up. Okay, so after the soldering, our system is functioning. So let's shut it down and go back to our computer. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to connect our interface. Alright, so it's connected. We're waiting it to finish the shutting procedure, and then we will go to our Linux system and try to create serial connection to the motherboard, so we can go into the boot process. Alright, so it's connected to our Linux box. As we mentioned before, we are not providing 3.3 volt power on it. It just transmit, receive, and ground. So let's go to our terminal. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay. I'm hoping that it can be seen easily. Okay, first thing is to find where on which port our serial connection is. So what we will do is we will go into so it's called YAST, where we can see our hardware information, and we are interested in this hardware information section over here. Let it prop the hardware. We can disconnect our adapter. Oh, here it is. our SATA board. Okay, so from here we are looking at USB section, and here it is. So it's detected our UART bridge, so it's CP210, we know the model already, and it's connected to where it is. Okay, so it's 150 pounds. And here it is, device name. Device TTY USB 0. Okay guys, so we installed our SATA hard drive and we connected our USB serial controller. So next step will be to try to boot the device and see if our hard drive is detected. We will fire up the terminal and we'll try to connect to our serial device. So our serial device is TTY USB 0 because it's a USB device, and we will connect it with a bound rate 115,200. So here it is. We connected to the device. So first thing which we will do is we will try the boot process and see if we can recognize the hard drive. We'll power it on, and we can see the hard drive is over here. So Seagate, so 150 GB hard drive is recognized, and it uncompressed the Linux from the internal memory, which is half gigabyte, and it fires up the HP Thin Client interface. So what we will do now is we have downloaded the Debian image, and we will place them in the root folder of the hard drive once we format it in ext format. So I'll show you that one. Let me connect this hard drive into our. Yep, so it's shut down already. So let's connect this hard drive into our Linux box and prepare it. Alright guys, I want to show you how we prepare the hard drive, which will fit inside of the ThinClient. So hard drive looks like this. So in this case, we connected the hard drive with a USB to SATA adapter, and then we will connect it back to the ThinClient computer. So what we will do is, let me show you how we prepare the hard drive itself. We are using SUSE. You can see hard drive is connected over here. So what we wanna do is we wanna see first which device it is. So if we type fdisk-l, it will identify the hard drive. So SDA is my internal hard drive, so here 320, and SDB is my external hard drive, SDB. So what we will do is we will wipe it out, and we will create a new one partition, and we'll format that partition. So this is what we do. We type fdisk and then the hard drive. So SDB is the second hard drive, and so now we are in fdisk mode. If we want to see all of the parameters which fdisk can do, they are over here. So one of the parameters is so what we want to do is we want to delete everything which is on the disk. So here it is, one partition was deleted, right? So we start fresh. This hard drive does not have anything on it. So first thing which we want to do is we want to create a new partition. So new partition is straightforward, and it asks you what type of partition you want it to be, primary or extended. So we want it as a primary partition. Here it is, partition number by default is 1, and first sector is beginning of the hard drive, 2048, and the last sector is just we type enter and it picks it up. And it says here it is, new partition of type Linux, and the size is 698. And that's it. So what we need to do is we need to write the changes into the disk. So we type W and it writes everything. Even our notifier picked up that partition is there already. Of course, if we want to access it now, we cannot, because it's not formatted. So what we need to do is we need to format the partition now. To format the partition, we will use make file system program, and we want it to be x2 partition, and we choose which is our partition we want to format, and we press enter. It is. It says do you want to proceed. This is because I already formatted it before, and it picked up that it's the same hard drive. Of course, we want to proceed and give it a bit time. Alright, so he's about to finish the formatting of the hard drive, of the partition. So meanwhile, what we can do is we can download the images. So basically, this is the link. You can see it on my webpage. So once you download them, so link as. So you can download both of them into a particular folder where you can access it easily later on. And once you download both of them, we will have to copy them straight to the partition itself. So I download them over here. The Debian folder. So basically, they are these two. Okay, so formatting finished, and now we want to copy the content of basically our two image into our newly formatted drive. So let's mount it first by clicking on this green tick. So if we try to copy them like this and paste them straight here, see, we don't have a paste option. L1 Control V will not allow us to paste. So what we will do is we will copy them through the command line. So we can use a copy command. Let's go back to our location. So if we click over here on the top, we can get the path. So we paste the path, we add star at the end, so it will capture all of the content, and then we can copy the target path and paste over here. So it will copy all of the content of the Debian folder into the root folder of the target drive. Press enter, and here they are copied. And now when they're copied, what we need to do is we can remove this drive and connect it straight to our ThinClient. So we can disconnect the drive, and with ThinClient's power disconnected, okay, so with ThinClient's power disconnected, we can connect it to our built SATA connection. So our serial interface is connected as well. And next thing would be to apply power and follow the on-screen messages. So let's connect to our serial connector. So we can do it with screen, dev, it is the location, TTY, because it's a USB drive, USB port 0, bound rate is this one, and enter. So now screen interface is expecting printouts from the serial interface, and I'm applying now the power supply, so you can see the messages on the screen. Okay, so power supply is applied. You can see the HP uBoot is loading up. First hard drive is detected, second hard drive is detected, and it saw the Linux image. It's already uncompressed it, and this is the Debian installation screen. So here we can move up and down with the arrows and use enter for selection. So we are located in UK, we're choosing UK, and we should continue with the installation. Alright, so we are seeing this message because we didn't connect the network adapter. So I'm just attaching the network adapter, and it should be able to recognize it. So let's continue. So let's retry with network auto configuration with okay, so let's retry with the partition. Hopefully it will pick it up. Yep, here it is, so it picked it up. So this is, so over here for the host name, we will type ThinClient in our case. With tab we change the location, so enter. Domain name, because it will be part of the Windows network, so we will just type as a work group, continue, and again it says choose a mirror of the Debian archive. Of course we want to choose the closest as possible. In our case it's UK Debian org should be alright. So proxy information, we don't have any proxy information, so we can just leave it blank, and it should be able to download it from there. So basically what it does is it downloads automatically the Debian image from the web, and it will apply it straight to the hard drive. Okay, here it is. So this will allow us to partition the hard drive. So do we want to use the whole hard drive? This can set up the yeah. So this option is perfect for us. So basically this asks which hard drive we want to use. Do we want to format the internal 408 megabyte, half gigabyte hard drive and use that one as the main Debian drive, or shall we use the external one? Well, it's a tough question because we have the original system inside, and we may wanna revive it in the future. But main thing which worries me is when we start installing applications, we may run out of space with just half gigabyte of storage area. So better is to format the external drive, because Debian itself with a desktop needs around 10 gigabyte of free space. So we cannot use the internal one, especially if we wanna run a full desktop environment on it. So let's choose our HDB, which is the external drive, and it should ask us, do we want to set it up as a one partition or multiple partitions? Okay, so all files in one partition, separate home partition and separate partitions. So in our case, everything in one place would be best. So we will choose all files in one partition and let it format it. Here it is. So basically it informs us that the internal is x3 and it will create x4 primary partition where the data will be stored. So finish changes. So it just wants to confirm that it will wipe out everything from that 750 hard drive, which we're okay with. It's formatting. So this would provide them with information about what kind of packages we're using. You can read the whole information on this step. So we're happy to participate in this survey, and we can press yes. And next step would be to install the basic pack of software. And this is which desktop interface we would like to use. This is the screen when installation is complete. So you can press finish the installation, and it should unmount the system, and we need to set up some of the environments before it completely boots up from the system. So with Control C we can interrupt the uBoot, and you can have a look over here. Speed up where it says it is unable to read init.rd from the file. So we need to set some of the environment settings before we boot completely into Debian, and I will show you what needs to be put in the serial terminal. So I just disconnect the hard drive from the ThinClient and connect it back to our Linux system, and we can see that it created two partitions. So actually, let me show you. We go to terminal. So if we do fdisk -L to display fdisk, yep. So we need sudo, so sudo
install. So here are the partitions which were created on this disk. So we have first partition SDP1, SDP2 should be the Linux partition which we can see, and of course we have extended and swap partitions. So we have two ways of setting this one. One is if we have everything in one place, including the boot partition and etc. And the second one option is where we have a separate boot partition. As you can see, boot is with star, and then we have partition where the main Linux operating system resides, and hence our data. Of course, 1.4 gig extended and swap partitions, they are standard for Linux systems. So what we will do is we have to set up the environments to point into this boot partition. So if we have a look in the boot partition, we have our init.rd image in the root, and over here in the serial logs you can see that it's looking for that image over here, and it says unable to read the image from ID 11. So what we need to do is we need to show where the location of the image is. So let's set up the environments now. First we will disconnect the hard drive and attach it back where it is, and attach it back to the ThinClient. Then we will reboot it. Okay, to see if it's recognized, we can type reset, and it should reset the CPU of the ThinClient. Let me just interrupt it again. Okay, where it is? Here it is. So Seagate is detected. Okay, so here we are. So what we do now is, so first line would be this, set environments, HDD boot track. This is the console which we're using to communicate. Root, device SDB1. So this is the first partition, which will be the boot partition. Root weight, and this should show which video driver we are using. So second would be where to look for the image. Obviously it's in the root folder. And then the final line of configuration. Once it's ready, then we can save the environments into the uBoot. So ideally now when we reset, we should be able to pick up the operating system itself. So let's try with reset command. It picked it up and compresses it. So this should be our login. So here it is. We have fully running Debian server. So now next step would be to bring video interface. So let's fire it up. What we need to do now is we need to activate the video through its DVI interface, so we can see video on the screen rather than through a terminal. So to do so, we will try to modify one of the modules which is responsible for the graphic interface. Alright, so we need to log in over here. So we log in with our default username and password, which we set in the installation step. Start with sudo. You can see how quick it types now, and the name of the file which we want to edit. This is the file. Paste it over here, and with I we can modify. So let's go to our line. Enter it over here. So we press I to modify. I'll just grab this one so we can paste it. Paste. Enter. And next one, A. Type. So since I keep typing would not work, so I'll just try to paste it. Type I, able to edit, paste, creatives. Perfect. So we add two entries. So with escape, we leave the edit mode. Escape. It was save. Yep, so it's saved. So with executing update init rams -u with a sudo, it updates it, and now after reboot, it should pick up video output. And here it is. So we have our Debian fully working with external video. So we can log in and continue with the rest. So one thing which I wanted to see is what happens if we don't have serial connection. Then just shut it off. Okay, and we'll try to boot it straight with the screen and keyboards attached.
Okay, so basically this is it. Now we will try to run it without any serial interface. Let's connect the power. It fires up immediately. Let's see what will come on the screen. login screen, so we can try with our login. Yep, because we fired up for the first time. Choose which setup you want to first. Save history, file. Yep, and here it is, guys. We have a running Debian system on this tiny Thin Client, which is much which looks like a Mac interface. Okay, so we attached our Wi-Fi card into it, so we just need to look if it will pick up Wi-Fi drivers. So we won't need local Ethernet connection, and put it back in a casing where we can mount this hard drive separately. Most likely, if we install this on SSD drive, it will be much faster. But even with a normal hard drive, it's quite responsive, as I can see. And that's it. It's not one of the fastest responding Linux installations, but because it's running on 1.2 GHz ARM CPU, this will be perfectly alright. I'll check if we can get higher resolution, because currently we are running on 800 by 600, which is still alright for us. So we won't be running it as a full desktop client. We want it more as a server site, which we can run on our local network.
So once we set up everything to boot and so on, now we can move these unnecessary cables and create some connectors, so we can put the PCB board back to its case. So let's start soldering these ones. here it is, guys. Full Debian system running on ThinClient Pro with a 750 gig hard drive attached into it, and it can be deployed as a server. Also with a wireless card, and that's it. From now on, we can set it up with a particular environment which we would like to use, either as a storage device or a web server or any kind of a thin client which can just stay somewhere without fan being noisy or gather dust and fluff inside. It can be used for lots of scenarios. So I hope you like this side project, and if you would like to see more like this, please subscribe and check out our website for information how you can set it up yourself. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a nice day over there.